Well, I always like talking about new projects and innovations that see our industry moving forward. And in this particular interview, we're going to be discussing a new industry extension program that will help arable farmers here in New Zealand to lift sustainable farming practices and boost their efficiency and profitability. It's called Growers Leading Change, and it's a 3-year, $2.5 million project jointly funded by the Ministry for Primary Industries Sustainable Food and Fibre Futures Fund and the Foundation for Arable Research, the levy-funded research arm of the arable industry here in New Zealand. Project manager Anna Heslop says that Growers Leading Change will develop an extension framework for the arable industry. And Anna joins us now. Welcome to Sarah's Country, Anna. This is exciting.
It's really, really cool. It's taken a long time to get going, but it's really exciting.
The boost that the industry needs, but then Foundational for Arable Research has recently celebrated 25 years of walking alongside arable farmers and doing just that, extension. So why the extra funding?
So the extra funding is in recognition of two things. One, that majority of FAR staff are based in Canterbury, sort of that's the mothership, and we're surrounded by the greatest majority of arable growers. However, we have arable growers from North Cape to Bluff, and it's really hard for us to talk to them all the time. We can do it electronically. We can do, since COVID, we've got really good at doing online meetings and things like that, but we really wanted to have some feet on the ground in the regions and work really closely with individuals or with groups. And that's a lot easier to do when you're not jumping on a plane and flying all around the country all the time to do it. So, yeah, and MPI have also recognised that and, come to the party with some funding for us.
And this is not just to extend the incredible science work that Foundation for Arable Research do. This is actually to support the regulatory demands that MPI are now putting on arable farmers.
And that's why MPI have stepped up, because they 100% recognise how arable farmers and all farmers are really struggling to cope with that rate of change at the moment. Everything compliance, farm environment plans, greenhouse gases, as well as trying to stay profitable. So this project gives us the option of working with small groups of farmers to help them address whatever they want. So the reason it's called Growers Leading Change is because it's not about us standing up on a soapbox and saying, this is what you need to do and this is how you need to do it. It's much more about groups of growers coming to us and saying, hey, this is our problem. Where is the information? What do we need to do? Come along and can we all work together and sort this out?
Absolutely, and that peer-to-peer is a huge part of this project. We've seen the likes of the RMPP, the Red Meat Profit Partnership. We've seen P2P, which is the Passion to Profit program in the dairy industry, work really well. Have we decided collectively as an industry that peer-to-peer is the best way for us to learn and extend our knowledge?
There's a really strong agreement that farmers really like talking to other farmers. They will see things, they'll hear things, they'll think about things, but they really like seeing someone else do it or talking to someone who's tried it or trying it out in a supportive environment. So that's that peer-to-peer thing. So yes, we did look at the RMPP and the dairy industry, and we also looked at what's going on in the UK through the AHDB, which is our sort of partner levy organisation over there, and they have some similar groups. And we've very sneakily stolen the best of everything that's going to work best for the arable industry. Yeah.
The other thing that is really good is pairing up, agronomy and also the financials as well to put on a pedestal of case studies in different environments and benchmarking as well. Is there a desire for that to be part of Growers Leading Change?
Absolutely. The Growers Leading Change groups, which will be a bit like the RMPP groups, we're calling them arable growth groups or AGGs. Now they may come to us with an idea. It may be agronomic, it might be about improving a yield or getting rid of a pest or a disease or a weed, or it might be environmental, it might be around compliance, it might be around reducing inputs or managing leaky end soils, or it could be business focused. They really might be a group that's trying to get together and figure out how profitability works in their system and in their area. They might want to set up some kind of little mini co-op, whatever they want, they will have a facilitator to work with who will bring in the expertise that they need to make that happen.
So arable farmers that are in a particular, we're super used to using the word catchment when it comes to a river, in a particular district can come together, collectively approach Foundation for Arable Research and suggest how they would like to facilitate their own workshops.
That's exactly it. So a group is formed. So somebody has a brilliant idea. This is a problem for me, or this is an opportunity for me. That's really important too. And I've got a couple of people that I've talked to about it, and they think it's a really good idea too. So they can come to us with that idea. We can work with them to develop the idea, to find some more members for that group, and then they set up their group, and as a group they set their goals. They set their learning plan for the year, and they set their goals as individual farmers as well. But they don't actually have to be district or locally based. They may be regionally based, or they may be nationally based, because some ideas will appeal to individuals across the country. So there may be some sort of precision ag or other sorts of ideas where there's not going to be that critical mass to form a group in a small area. So those groups can also be set up, but they'll be done via video meetings, and then maybe meet once or twice face-to-face a year.
That is super cool, because I know Foundation for Arable Research are fantastic in pioneering their way for multimedia and engaging through multiple different channels. Let's just end on your podcast series. You've been doing it now for quite some time and extending that knowledge in a different format, not so much just at events.
Yeah, we've been working on Cut the Crop, sort of started the planning of it about this time last year. And we launched quite fortuitously, I suppose, at the beginning of COVID, when everybody was all of a sudden getting their heads around new technologies. We drop a new podcast weekly, and to date, I believe we've had nearly 5,500 downloads of individual episodes. So we're really thrilled that our arable farmers are picking up on that technology, and we cover everything from new crops to irrigating a specific crop or bigger industry issues, farm environment plans, fresh water. Anything's on there. So yeah, cutthecrop.co.nz. Have a look through the index of podcasts on there and listen in, people.
Anna, before you go, the topic for tonight, I haven't prepped you on this. Are you ready? Fireworks. How do you feel about it?
Well, I'm really torn personally, because I love fireworks and my husband hates them. So when he's not there, my grown-up children and I do fireworks and have lots of fun, and he gets really grumpy, but we just do it when he's not there. We are in a rural area. We've never personally had problems with things getting away or with pets or dogs, but I can see that the time is coming where they are going to disappear and be more organised events.
Yeah, interesting. It's become a bit of a theme throughout the show, and interesting that has it's an underlying trend that no one's talking about. But very interesting. Anna Heslop there talking about Growers Leading Change, Foundation for Arable Research, joint funded with MPI's SFFF Fund, $2.5 million. And you can learn more about that at farmersweekly.co.nz, thanks to Annette Scott's recent article in this week's Farmers Weekly.
This is Sarah's Country.